Good evening, everyone. Wonderful, wonderful. I hope you guys all enjoyed the back to school slam. How many of you came for the back to school slam? 11. Oh, your hands up again? Oh, that's a good group. I hope you guys met some new people. If there are any business necessities or business matters that we need to handle, we want to make sure that we have the appropriate amount of people to make a decision on behalf of the organization. The NAOBI-DC, that form is 25%. In the room is our bylaws chair, who is Sandra Pearson Walker. And also our membership chair, Tay Taylor. You guys are working that with electricity and sleep. I don't know. What were you talking about?
Socks.
Oh, batteries and socks? I don't know. Batteries and bedtime. I'm just saying. So, Madam Chair of Membership.
Yep.
Do you need us to raise our hand for full members, or for membership? I'm sorry, for membership for quorum? Yes, please. Okay, everybody who is a member of NAOBI-DC, please raise your hand and hold it high. Mercedes, you count? Thank you.
Where's your handshake?
Full member, right?
Members. Perfect. Okay, quorum. Love it. Okay, so can I get a motion from the floor to officially start the meeting?
Who is I?
Kevin.
Kevin Downs. I'm sorry, can we do names?
Kevin,
Thank you.
motion to start the meeting.
I second.
Ava Morrow.
Thank you.
You got two people sitting right here.
All in favor, of course, everybody. That's how you guys came out. Wonderful. No opposed? Wonderful. Let's go. Let go. So for those who are new here, we normally start the meeting off with what we call I times. Most of the folks who have been here plenty of times know that I times is when we have someone deaf via, physical body in house, or we probably would use video stream. And I time is just an opportunity to build on your receptive skills. So I time is not voiced. It's just an opportunity for you to kind of take in what you see, whether it's a person or a video person, whatever. And just try to catch as much as you can. there are a variety of skill sets here. Some students, some interpreters who've been interpreting for a very long time. So iTime is a great opportunity for everybody to kind of sharpen their skills. So we do that, and we ask, if, especially if you're a student or even if you're not and you're having a good time with building your receptive skills, just try to write down what you caught, and then we'll kind of pair up into different groups and discuss, and those groups will be in different levels. So it might be, you know, folks at your table, but we kind of partner off into groups and have a good discussion about it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start iTime.
Sign in later. Look at your stuff.
There you go. Mercedes, the lights on.
Thank you. Let me, I'm trying to do it earlier.
Hit that bottom. Oh, okay, that's good, that's good, that's good.
Oh, she wanted, oh, she wanted off.
That's good, those are off.
Yeah, this is good. That's good. This is good. Okay, we ready for iTime? So again, iTime is not voice. Okay. Hope you guys got something. So now I'm going to count off, and we're going to go into groups and just have a little bit of a discussion for a few minutes about it. Okay? 1. I think we can do maybe some other folks, and I feel like maybe 5. Some of the tables are all the same still. I don't really want. Sorry. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that. Okay. 5 here. 4. 1.
I know, but I think. Bam.
Nope, nope, you, all you. Oh, that's an excuse.
Good.
Yes. So take one.
Yeah.
Can you grab it? I just felt, I walked away, I heard it. Grab it. Shank.
Really?
Okay.
I'm only here because I heard that had. Can you believe it? I heard.
Okay, everybody. If y'all want to move back to your seats, I don't know if you feel comfortable with these new folks that I put you guys with, but if you want to stay, I think that's cool. So really briefly, anybody want to tell me what the ITOM was about? Because I missed some of it myself. My bad. Any brave soul? Not either one of these two, but anybody else? What was it? What conference? Oh, PCRD. Go ahead.
It's gonna help us improve our receptive skills.
At the conference, absolutely, because the conference has language policy, right? Anybody catch that? That was kind of at the end of English. Hands up, right? Hands up, really cool. Anybody else have anything to say about the conference?
I think part of it was talking about an ethical aspect of interpreting, where we have to make sure, well, a couple of things. We have to make sure that we're not imposing our stuff in our interpreting jobs, but also make sure, from what we were discussing here, if you have a hard interpreting day, maybe you make sure that if you're going to vent, it's with someone who you trust, you know that they're not going to go back and start gossiping about whatever it is that you're talking about. But for example, another interpreter who would understand the need for you to talk it out.
So opportunity for like minds to come together and really have some candid heart-to-heart dialogue about what's going on in the field. So who knows the dates for that conference? Tree? You should not be participating, but go ahead. Go ahead.
November 7th through the 9th.
November 7th through the 9th. Wonderful. Okay, so if you guys have not done your research on the TCR&D conference, please visit the website We have Kevin Dials here. If you guys don't know Kevin, Kevin is right here. Wonderful. And Rosemary, if you guys don't know Rosemary, leaving, but this is Rosemary. So both of them have a lot of information. Also, Sequoia in the back, who is on the committee as
Student liaison.
student liaison. Thank you. These folks know everything that's going on with the conference. If you have some questions about it, want to know more and how you can register and get involved with PCRD, please see either one of them before you leave tonight. Wonderful.
Yes.
Your job is done.
Well done. Thank you.
Make our lady.
Wonderful. Okay, so I guess it's my time to report. And I have not so much to report. I really basically have been a little bit busy working with National. So after the conference, the anniversary, 15-year anniversary, which Madam Chair Delisa will talk about a little bit later. I've been working really hard with Valerie McMillan, who is the acting president of NAOBI Inc., trying to get some financial data over to her. But just for the sake of transparency, a lot of NAOBI Inc.'s records and documentation was sent to me from the former president, which was Antonio Goodwin, in efforts to try to put all of those in an electronic system so that we can continue to spread the information or keep the historical data without having to ship 10 boxes every time, like 8 boxes or 20 boxes. I think I probably have about 8 boxes in my house of documents. So I've been scanning those documents in so that Valerie and her board have access to them. But there are some specific documents that they were in need of pertaining to some IRS forms. So I've been working with them on that on behalf of that role, and also NAOBI-DC, just trying to make sure National has what they need to stay afloat. The board has been working, and they'll kind of tell you a little bit about what they've been up to. We're working on getting the schedule out for Discover Interpreting. So we'll be working with Hillary, who is in the room. Hillary, where are you? Wonderful. So we've already kind of started our dialogue on that for this semester. And if you guys don't know about Discover Interpreting, it's a wonderful tool to introduce the field of interpreting to others. NAOBI-DC is a proud ambassador, a body of ambassadors who go out into the high schools that have ASL classes, and we tell them about interpreting. And it's always really a fun time. I think last year we really hit a lot of great classes and hundreds of students thus far. NAOBI-DC tries to really just encourage the underrepresented group within the field. So I think that's a great tool. So I thank GREC and NCREC for letting us use that piece to talk about our field and what we do. I'll talk a little bit else about what I've been working on after the other reports because it's the next slide and I don't want to jump ahead to go back. That works? Wonderful. We don't have a vice president, so that report is easy. Okay, wonderful. Tanya Butler. You guys, Tanya Butler, just keep her. She has a family emergency, and I hope you guys keep her in your thoughts. She really needs them right now. So think positive thoughts for Tanya and her family. She is not with us tonight, and yeah, we just keep her in your thoughts. Wonderful. But her report is going to be given by somebody on the board. Sandra.
Oh. Amen. Praise the Lord. Wonderful. Praise the Lord.
Hi, everybody. I'm standing in for Tanya, so forgive me if I don't do this the way Tanya does. This is our July report. We started out with $13,077.99, and we brought in, I'm sorry.
Let me see. These are the
Okay.
let's see.
Where'd you start?
No.
we had a PayPal balance of $23.26. And then we got 3 full members, 1 supporting member, 2 student members. And we had some events income that came in via PayPal as well. So we ended up with
$12,821.69
and that's because we also had a number of expenses that month.
because of the anniversary, and $156.30 went to the anniversary, things dealing with the anniversary celebration. 2 interpreters received honorariums. That was in the amount of $100. So we had PayPal fees of $559. Oh, sorry. I can't see. $59.51 for a total expense of $256.30. And our checking account balance was $12,821.69. So that's for the month of July. For the month of August, again, we started with our $12,821.69. We had expenses, PayPal. Oh, we had 2 supporting memberships that came in, 2 student memberships that came in, 50 and 2 full. Oh, I'm sorry, and 2 full memberships that came in, $71.63. I'm sorry, $56.15. I know I should have let Kathy do this, right? We had PayPal events expenses that came in, $2,392.37. Anniversary deposits, $200, and sales from Square Up, $758.96. Our total income
was
$12,283.63.
And then we had expenses. No, until you read the expenses.
We had anniversary expenses in the amount of $6,925. We had to reorder checks, $72.64. PayPal fees, $76.61, and total expenses was $6,997.64, leaving us a balance of $10,443.75.
Thank you.
Yay.
Any questions about the report? Really should probably be safe for Tanya.
Yes.
Right. Safe for Tanya. But I can speak with Tanya and say she works really hard on making sure she's accurate with the reports and working with those that are chairing specific committees. For example, Delisa with the anniversary committee, Mercedes with the family affair cookout. She really works hard making sure that the financial report is up to date and accurate for the membership. So if you guys have any questions about the financial report, please contact her. But I have no problem with taking a motion now to accept the financial report without your question. Do I have a motion to accept these, or do you guys want to hold off? And I don't mind holding.
Accept.
All right, wonderful. Accept. So there's a motion. Is accept. Second. Second. All in favor? Aye.
I'm sorry, who's second? Because when I'm looking at
Delisa.
Thank you, Delisa. Rosemary.
Any opposed? Wonderful. Okay, I love it. Who's that? Chapter rep. Chapter rep is Sean Malvin.
Rosemary Johnson. Motion to accept. And
I'm sorry, last name Malvin.
So my report will be short. recently NAOBI-DC and Mono contacted us with the hopes of starting a partnership. Mono with their organization and NAOBI-DC, always interested in establishing relationships with other organizations. So if you maybe want or curious or what's up, I'm traveling. I'm sorry. Next, a relationship for interpreting, preaching to the choir. Let me back up a bit. For interpreting, for preaching. Oh, go ahead.
I'm the coordinator for the interpreters to the Preaching to the Choir conference. Therefore, if someone's interested, maybe interpreting for that, please let me know. Well, you can talk sign for interpreting.
If you're curious or interested, or you want maybe to help with the interpreting at that meeting.
At this meeting in the future, for NAOBI-DC, please let me know as well.
Maybe we can add, or you feel that you're not ready, that's fine. Still, you have to try and start someplace. Okay?
Thank you, Sean. Mercedes, your voice and your sound.
I'm gonna sign because I have 3 of my professors here. Hello, everybody. My report will also be short. The NAOBI, I want to talk about the NAOBI cookout. We just had that during the summer, and it was a huge success. Over 100 people were in attendance. It was half and half for deaf and half for hearing. So it was a really good opportunity to have everyone from the community come together, to mingle, socialize. Also, it was we also had sponsorships, so we're pleased about those. We had about 300. Sorensen was a sponsor. They had a table there. There was 2 of our very own NAOBI-DCians who also were sponsors, so we're appreciative of them as well. Also, I would like to thank you for everyone who did come to that event. Next year, we will want to change locations because some people prefer an actual running bathroom. So, not a porta potty, but that's some of the feedback that I've gotten and I've heard it. Also, with respect to parks running, they're limited. So let me know. Less than 300, 200 for parks. Next year, we will make plans to hire a chef. We don't want to hire a chef. So if you know your husband, your boyfriend, maybe some friend, some guy, maybe man, whoever, whatever. Interpreter mistake, woman. Man, it can be a man, woman. Anyone that you may think will let me know. Thank you.
Oh my
Okay, wonderful. So I'm gonna skip this one, but okay, so we're happy about the 15th anniversary. Who came out to the 15th anniversary? Oh, wow. Who had a great time at the 15-year anniversary? Who wants to share one thing that they enjoyed about the 15-year anniversary? She is really bragging about that photo booth. I got the last picture in the photo booth. Some folks really hogged the photo booth. I'm not saying anything. Nicole Shambo, Mercedes, I'm just saying. I only got one picture in the photo booth. Kevin, the anniversary?
Yeah, I had a great time. It was great to see some of the NAOBI folks from a long time ago and see them there. Barbara Hunt was there, and Shirley Childress Johnson. It was wonderful. Really appreciated that program.
Wonderful. Dr. Morrow, good to see us all glammed up. Glammed up, red carpet.
Clothes all the time.
Yes, step and repeat, hard bottoms, zoot suits. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Salami, would you like to share anything about the 15th anniversary? Because we have pictures.
Oh, yeah. I was like, those pictures. She was
Salami had a moment on the floor. Who else?
no. No, we're not going to discuss that moment.
Barbara?
Recognition with people who aren't even here anymore, but who deserve us to honor them and remember them for giving up, for doing all that they did so that we could be here now, right?
Absolutely. So I need to take a moment to acknowledge everybody who served on that committee, because that committee worked their butts off. So if you served on the anniversary committee.
What they say?
No, they still got them.
Oh, they worked their butts off. No, they still have.
If you served on the committee, please stand up. Anniversary committee. So this is for Delisa. So, yes.
Also, I'd like to highlight something that happened on Saturday as well, not just the banquet, but the workshops were amazing. They were, that PhD thing gave me life.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
definitely.
I love it. For all of those who were on the PhD panel, can you stand up for me? Deanna would have been on that panel had we got our dates right with her airline. But I think it was a beautiful thing to honor you guys. Thank you for your journey in education and inspiring us to do better and be better. No cartwheels. No cartwheels. Prepare us so y'all can rest. Right. So thank you. Delisa will give a little bit more about her report. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank you guys. And if you guys weren't there, you were missed. But it was, and like Kevin said, it was great to see a lot of our family come out from different states. Our NAOBI regional family coming out to celebrate with us. So kudos to NAOBI-DC. It was a rock star moment and it needed to happen. So I'm thankful for everybody who supported us in that moment.
So will we start from now planning for the 20th year anniversary?
We need to start like 2 years ago, planning for 20 years. That's a good question that I'm not gonna answer.
Okay.
But let's shout them out again. Stand up so we can identify who all was on the committee. Barbara Hunt was on the committee and did a fabulous. She didn't hear her name. Barbara Hunt.
Mercedes.
Barbara Hunt, how long have you been part of NAOBI-DC? Barbara has been holding us down since we were in the womb. So thank you, Barbara. Mercedes Hunter.
Yes.
Responsible for that wonderful website registration. Okay, photo booth. That's your claim to fame. Photo booth. Mercedes Hunter. Wonderful job. Billy Sanders, who is not here, but he serves on the committee as well. Myself, Anna Sorta. Myself. And we all were under the wonderful
Technology.
Tree and Schaefer Technology.
We're free labor. That's free labor. That's actually what happened.
Tree and Schaefer is on every committee.
Default.
All of the volunteers that were there that served, if you are a volunteer.
Yes. Nicole Morgan.
Nicole.
Amira.
Yeah. You have a report to give on the next slide. You have a report on the next slide. I'm going to shout out everybody in the room. Right. But for the committee to close out the committee, and she will have a report on the next slide. But Delisa Robinson was really a great chair. So kudos to her. She led our team. And that's why I shout out. Okay. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about also was because you should have got an email from Tree that said, if you have photos, and I know everybody has photos. Come on. If you have photos, please send them to this thing. What is it called? Drop events.
Oh, wow. So, whatever list that is, if we can add to that list, because I did not get that.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, we'll make sure that you guys get it. Should have went out on the same email. But people have been, it's your photos, and you just add them to this website so that we can have all of the night's events. Some great.
It was in the last newsletter. Did y'all get newsletter?
Yes.
Did you read your newsletter?
She's red. Look, Columbus red.
So everybody that has pictures, if you guys didn't get the drop event link, please see Tree. She'll make sure you guys get it, and please add your photos. We'd love to really kind of keep it rolling and make sure the memories are there and left for 20 years and left for 30 years and left for 40 years. So thank you all who participated. I think that's it for that. Another thing that I've been working on is really trying to make sure that memberships have, memberships in NAOBI-DC really have some great perks. So we are pleased to announce that we are official partners with NASA Federal Credit Union. NAOBI-DC. You can join the credit union. I'm really excited about that. They have some wonderful perks that they put together, some exclusive offers for members of the National Alliance of Black Interpreter DC chapter that will save you about $200. So we have forms in the back. Also, you can just go online and type in our name, NASA, FCU, yeah. So if you go on their website, you can join, but I also have forms in the back and these 2 documents in the back, so you guys can take that and take a look at it. That's been a long time coming, so I'm really, really excited about that. Membership is working on a lot more perks for you guys, but we want to make sure that joining us doesn't just mean we come together as a family. It's your money really goes to supporting our events, but at the same time, we want to always be creative in what we give back to you outside of professional development. I hope you guys are pleased with that. I hope you guys join. They were really excited to partner with us. So I hope you take advantage of it. If you're not a member of a credit union, there are really good benefits for being a member of a credit union. And it's not always easy to get into a credit union. I remember having to piggyback on my dad, who was a cop. I was like, Daddy, he was like, I don't know if I'm ready to sign off on you. I was like, like that? So now I can tell him I don't need your approval, Dad. I can be a member of your credit union. I'm a big Wonderful. So I'm going to hand it over to the committees, and I think I'll start off for professional development because we have a vacancy there. If anybody's interested in sharing that, please know it is vacant. But the board has been working hard on providing a professional development day. So that will be, save the date for November 1st. Is the date that we decided. It will be 4 workshops in one day. It will be 2-hour workshops. You can pay for the entire day, or you can go a la carte. So more information will be probably sent out about that next week. We're just getting our final confirmations from our presenters. So look forward to that day of development. And I'm going to hand it over to publishers. Trick. They always are still working on doing something. Their minds never stop. Oh, she's Facebooking.
I was trying to Facebook because we are live. There's one person out there. I tweeted it just like a few minutes ago and someone logged on. Hi, person. I'm excited.
Publishing.
Correct. Hey, we're doing a whole lot on Twitter. If you don't have that, you should join Twitter. We are doing many things. You can hashtag us at NAOBI-DC. You should also have us on Facebook. We're on Facebook. If you haven't joined the group within Facebook, please get involved with that because there's always a lot of dialogue and discussion, and we make a lot of announcements there. There's a lot of people looking for jobs there. There's a lot of people throwing out jobs there. Please, if you're not a part of that group, contact me or Kathy or Shay. Publications. We started this year rocking and rolling. I have to give big ups to my committee. Seriously, like, these people are amazing. Like, I think I wanna, is that okay? And they're all like, magic. So it's a great thing, but they've started off amazing. We got the website up. If you haven't gone there, please go there, NAOBI-DC.org. I'm constantly trying to update it. So if you see things, please send them to me. You can send them to info@NAOBI-DC.org. I will get those and I will update the website. So different events in your communities, send them out. I will get them out so that people can see them. Newsletters, we're 8 newsletters are HTML now. Yeah. That has been a beg of the president's. Madam President has been like, please, I just want people to click it and then make it like it comes up. And then I had to go to a class. Thank you, Shay. How to do HTML. I don't know what codes are. Now I'm all like, oh, that little slash means something. Yes, it's exciting. You have to learn in this position. So I'm always looking for people who want to be involved in this. If you love Facebook and you are on it all the time, I would love for you to just put things out all the time in honor of NAOBI-DC. Like, I'm not asking you to do anything else. If that's what you do in your life, is play on Facebook. This is nothing, you know what I mean? This can continue doing what you're doing. The same thing with Twitter. So if you're interested, please join my committee and I'll go ahead and get that information to you and how to make that amazing and more amazing than what it is. Newsletters. The other thing about newsletters, other than HTML, is that we are looking for writers. We're at that point where we're like, you know what, let's get a little bigger, let's get a little bit more. We want people that are interested in sharing something about your community and you want other people to know about it, or you went to this event, you thought it was amazing, and now you want to share it because you know next year you want more people to go. So whatever it is, if you're interested in doing that kind of aspect of writing or whatever, please contact me. I'll be around till you all leave and probably are in bed before I go. Just find me, ask me for my email, I can give you a card, whatever, and we can make this happen together because this is fantastic. I love it. Thanks, guys. Yay! Oh. Shay's next.
Yay.
I'm gonna sign on that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can everyone see me? 'Cause okay. So if you can't see me, if you can see her, then I know you can see me, right? Okay. Now we have 74 members here. The goal, really want over 80. That's my prayer, that's my wish, that's my hope, 80 and over. So my also committee, how we can discuss bringing more people into NAOBI next year. The tendency of members when they start in January through December. So we have to kind of recruit people to come. Now what we've done is we've gotten a few benefits. So we're gonna show those now. So if you're already a member now for 2014, if you join again, if you renew your membership, it's $25 for a membership and $15 for students, for $25 for a full member. That's for 2015. For NAOBI, okay, you get $10 discount for every event. So if something costs $10, then that means you get it for free. If it costs $25, then that means you'll pay $15. You can use it anytime you want. Starting January 1st through October 25th. That's for next year, 2015, okay? Next. If a member pays through October 25th, so I'm gonna, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like Oktoberfest, I don't know. It's something like do in Germany. Like they get $10 off, then when they enter, they have a special members area. So in November, I don't want to say something wrong. So the preaching to the choir is the end of November. So we'll have an event there. That's the 21st. Thank you. And the 21st to the 22nd. They'll have a special room. It'll be nice with decorations. I haven't yet decided what, but it'll be nice, just to let you know. Okay. So October 25th, if you get 16 people, then you'll get a special treat from the membership committee. So to summarize right now, if you renew now before 2015, you'll get these 3 benefits. The $10 off, access in the hospitality room, and the first 15 people that sign up will get a special gift. If you're not a member yet or you haven't decided, go ahead. Why? If you pay today before October 25th, you'll get those 3 things. And something else. And you'll also be able to become a member right now. And you can join NASA Credit Union. Any questions? I just wanted to give you a time to contact for online. Good news. The new benefit for members is we decided we would save time. So we're gonna save it all and post it on YouTube to see who missed something.
Maybe there's something that you missed or there's some recording, we're gonna upload that for you, so it will be online. Maybe, it won't be for places for
Now, something else is important I want you to know for members. For the full membership is $25 and student membership is $15. If you haven't yet become a member, it'll be $30 for a full membership and $20 for student membership. Supporting a student membership. If you wait. If you have the chat circle, we'll have 3. 2 in DC and 1 in Baltimore. The Baltimore, not many people showed up. The DC was 1-to-1 and DC were wonderful. We had a very good discussion. And I see a few people that came. Thank you. So we are contacting the new members. We are reaching the new members. So we're gonna have one more before the winter. Maybe we'll have it at the new Union Market. There's a tendency to people there. it can get there. And we'll discuss something about, first, about who accepts ASL, who owns ASL. That was a really good discussion. And the other one was, we discussed interpreting programs for people of color. How we use ASL, those who want to become interpreters, how they get more exposure. How those people get involved. For those who don't look like me, or so I'm not the only one, people have different experiences. Are they all the same?
So we had a really deep discussion about fitting in and meshing with those teachers interacting with programs. For those students who don't look like those teachers, how they find their place and become a part of that field. So I'll take the opportunity now to give an announcement really quickly. October the 30th, Tree, myself, we will actually be going to CIT conference, Conference of Interpreters training. I think CIT
Conference of Interpreters
whatever.
training.
Right, Conference of Interpreters training. That's right. So we will be going there and presenting. We'll be presenting our technology application for interpreters. So we're really excited about that thing. Oh, also, now, what that means is, if you have any ideas, you want to give them to us, you want to let us know, do so, okay? Share. Thank you.
So really quickly, kudos that you guys are going to CIT. I just want to plug in that app, Every Interpreter Should Know. You heard it here first. You guys remember it was our first educational moment, the first meeting of this year. So I'm happy that it's branched out and becoming a full workshop. If you have a mini workshop that you want to teach during our NAOBI-DC meetings, please let us know. And also, if you're missing the chat circle, really, who owns ASL was such a really good dialogue. I know a few people in the room were there, but the discussion of who owns the language is a hot topic. And I remember one thing that kind of stood out in my mind when we were talking about the French language, like who owns the French language, like the French people, right? Because if you go to some islands, they speak French. If you go to so many places, if you go to Haiti, they speak Haitian, which is also kind of a right? You get nervous of saying like what it really is. Somebody's Haitian in the room. That's not what it is. It's this. But if you go to New Orleans and you meet some Creole people, it's kind of a Creolized version or a pidgin version, more for French. Who owns the language? Only France? Do that? Who owns ASL? That dialogue was so rich, and I was proud to be there and have that discussion because it really had my mind turning about that dialogue. So I hope that we bring that back up and really do that again, because I think it's a discussion that everybody needs to be involved in, members of the deaf community, members of the interpreting community, everybody that's stakeholders in the language that we use. So thank you. I'm going to bring up Delisa, who is going to give a report on the ad hoc committee, which is the anniversary committee.
What is like 9 people? I heard like Mercedes, he said 9.
So because it's already after 8:30, I don't know what else is left on the agenda. We've already talked about the anniversary, so I'll keep it short.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who came. Thank you to the committee, Barbara, Billy, Mercedes, Kathy, and the subcommittees, Shay, Sequoia, I'm sorry. I didn't. Danita. Okay. Shay, yep, and Danita, yep. And then we had another committee, the Tanya and Kim did the silent auction. And also I want to give a shout out to Ernie over there. He was in our video. To the interpreter team from GSI. Yeah. I'm sorry, GIS, thank you. Mara and Pam and everybody else who came, to National Inc. for being there and supporting us. Just thank you. It was, and for all of you who showed up, it was awesome. I really appreciate everybody's support. But also, we just wanted to make a quick shout out. The anniversary book that we made is here. At the door, they were $40. We're selling them tonight for $25. So this is basically charting NAOBI-DC's history from the founding members, Barbara Hunt in the back. Thank you very much. One of the founding members. Founding members all the way till pretty much now. So it lists every single board member, every single committee. It has pictures, the whole nine. So if anybody likes to purchase a book, they are for sale up here for $25. And that is all. Did anybody, I don't know, we're not going to, I forgot to say, we're not going to, we have a breakdown of the funds that we spent and brought in, but they're still being calculated because we have a few things, such as the venue at Eastern Market. We get a refund for not destroying the place, basically. We haven't gotten a refund back. Little things like that. It was still, yeah, it was. The litter. Okay, so there's still a few things that we're still trying to get all the way complete. So that should be ready, Kathy, that should be ready soon. So we're just holding off on those things until we get some final numbers, but yeah.
Thank you. Kudos. Wonderful. Please send your pictures. Don't forget to send your pictures if you have them. And if you guys, for everybody, listen, for everybody who just, if you guys didn't come, and especially for those who are new to NAOBI, there's so much good history in here. And I really, Barbara, thank you for all of your work in getting this information. Just accept your thank you. Anybody ever hear of a singer named India Ari? Yeah. Right? So everybody knows me, knows she's like my favorite. She's my sister in my head. But she has a wonderful song called Flowers, and it's give you your flowers now. So just take your flowers, Barbara. If you were registered participant in the anniversary, you got one of these. But a lot of people wanted more. We want more, right? There is some great stuff in here, including some what NAOBI-DC has meant to you moments from some folks that are even in this room and even still new to NAOBI-DC, to those who have been around for a while. There are reports in here from the various presidents over the years and successes that they've had in their time, and just how we got started, and some really great facts about our presence as African Americans in the interpreting community. So it's really, it took a lot of love, of labor, love. Thank you, Kevin. You know, it's getting close to 9. So please, if you have, come and purchase a book. It really will help us with put on more things like that in wonderful things. Wonderful. Preaching to the Choir. I just wanted to announce the chairs for Preaching to the Choir 2014. Nicole, wonderful. Nicole Morgan in the back. Thank you so much. Has decided. You want to stand up? So if you guys don't know Nicole, Nicole has been, I guess, here for almost a full year, right? in NAOBI-DC, yes. And she's becoming more and more of a force. A lot of folks know her from her work in the world of theater and involving the deaf community within her production. So get to know her, especially if that's something that you're interested in. But I'm thankful. So she is going to assist with the Preaching to the Choir conference as the chair, co-chair, chair. She's co-chairing with me, and we're really working hard with all of the committee members. Everybody on the Preaching to the Choir committee, raise your hand, put your hands up. Thank you. If you want to join the Preaching to the Choir committee, it is not too late.
No.
We have work to be done.
Yes.
So please let myself and Nicole know. Let Nicole know if you want to be on that committee. We really won't tax you too much, but we really do need the extra hands to make sure that's a really huge event for us. So if you have some time to spare or some talents that you would like to share, please let us know. There's also a call for presenters out that expires soon. So if you would like to present and have an interesting topic, it does not have to be finalized as far as, but if you can just give us a gist of something that you think you would like to present on at Preaching to the Choir, that call is out and you can just let Tree or Shay know if you didn't get that message so that you can send us that information. Bylaws.
I can do this one a little bit better, guys, because I prepared for this one. So, very short. Our elections for new persons in office will be held on December 5th at our next meeting. If you want to vote, you must have been a member in good standing for 30 days before the election takes place. We will be electing for vice president. Sorry, because we desperately need a vice president. Kathy can't do it all by herself. And so if anybody is interested in being vice president, knows someone who they think would be good as the vice president, please let us know, nominate them. Oh, treasurer and chapter rep. I'm sorry. Those will be the different offices that we will have open. So,
Yes. So Sandra and I were talking about how to pitch this, and I thought it would be a great opportunity if there were any former folks in this room that have served in these roles could say just a quick little brief what they've gained from their experience. I'm not sure that I see anybody in the room other than Palami, who served as vice president. Anybody else I'm missing? Chapter rep, former chapter rep NAOBI-DC? No? Okay, wonderful. So Palami served. Palami, can you give us a 1 or 2 sentences about your time as vice president? I'll give you 1 or 2 sentences about, and then you think about yours, because most people don't know that I was vice president a few years back, right? So I was vice president a few years ago, 2009. I was vice, 2009? I don't know, 2009, 2010, 2009.
We don't care.
One time in being here, I was vice president of NAOBI-DC. Selma Patillo-Sims was the president at that time period, and I served 1 year. I only served 1 year because our vice president and president on staggered terms, but when we started back up, Cameron Falami served 2 years. Gratefully, thank you. So I took over for Falami's staggered term for 1 year. And I will say that it was, it's a benefiting challenge, because you really do work really hard to support the vision of the presidency and the vision of the administration, also the vision of the members. And so at times the vice president can be the workhorse, but at times it's just the support to lean on. So if you have some really good, strong shoulders, it will be a great opportunity for you. So That was my term as vice president. Fulani might have something she wants to add about her time as vice president. But she doesn't, so if you're thinking about it, but if you're thinking about it, it's a great position to have. There's no former treasurers in the room, but we do have people that collected the money before time. And think about it, that's it.
Oh, and I'm sorry, there was one other thing. We're not doing it today because
Okay.
but we are going to do bylaws, did you know? Starting next meeting, and we might even have little prizes for people who do know. So start brushing up on your bylaws knowledge so that so you can win. Thank you. All right. Wonderful. I think this is coming to a close. Any questions about any activities of the board thus far? Okay, so dates to remember, and then I'm going to open the floor for announcements from the floor. Preaching to the Choir Conference, NAOBI-DC Day of Development, next general membership meeting. Normally our meeting is in November, but the last week in November falls, of course, on the holiday, so we're pushing it to December 5th. That will be the election day. Please come out. We need you guys to vote. Chapter and board representatives. So please come out. PCRID conference. I'm missing GREC something. No question. I'm going to open the floor, and I know we have a special announcement from former Vice President Fulani Ford. I have something to let me know.
Okay, so some of you may have gotten the email blast, the Facebook messages, but for some of you who are not on Facebook, maybe you haven't checked your email or you don't do so daily, hourly, minutes, every single minute. We have a hard copy that is being passed out as I speak. And so if you don't know, I'm a PH student. Now it's really time for me to do my data collection. And so right now I'm passing out a request for participants. So if you meet certain requirements that we have here on the form, please definitely reach out to me, call me, you can email me. At the bottom of the form, my contact information is there. Thank you so kindly. And thank you to my beautiful assistant, and Leandra, also, they're both PhD students, and Leandra. Thank you. I'm sorry, yeah, you're helping me now, so you're my sister. And I'm
Traditionally, we have not attended the PCRID conference, the RID conferences, for whatever reason. That's not important. What I am saying is this year, during the I-Time, we had a chance to see some of the topics, and I just really want to please come out this time. A lot of the topics are about social justice. I have the honor of hosting one of the workshops that will unpack our everyday lived experience as interpreters of color. Yeah. So I think it's just important decisions. It's an important time for us to come and have our voices heard. If we don't show up in the room, if we don't unpack those experiences as we listen to others, because it's not a place where we want things to explode. We just want to start looking at the various lenses that exist in this community. But it's really a time for us to have our say. It's really a time to hear how others perceive things and maybe add to that so that we can really make a change going forward and not see so much separation, if you will. So please do come and support the workshops of PCRID. I think it's an important time, and now we can stop, talking amongst ourselves and take it to a larger audience and hopefully make some difference.
I'm going to add to that, as the volunteer coordinator, student liaison, another way to lessen that separation is to be involved. So if you want to be involved, feel like you're not sure anything, I'm here. I'm the one doing it, so you can contact me as well.
Any other announcements from the floor right now?
Does it have to be? Is there a criteria?
Well, announcements from the floor? Yeah. No, not normally. Should I be nervous? They have batteries in bed.
Good afternoon, evening, everybody. I just wanted to share an announcement from a friend who just contacted me. She's looking to offer her play. It's called Bound and Gagged. It's a play about domestic violence, and she wants to make it accessible to the deaf community because I've been on her case about how it needs to be mentioned in our community as well. So she's approached me about getting the event interpreted, and I'm still looking. She just asked me today, so I'm still looking for another interpreter for that. But the point is, the date is Saturday, October 25th. It's a 3 o'clock show. I will post the information on the NAOBI-DC Facebook page when she sends me that flyer. But it's going to be local. It's right in Temple Hills. I believe it's being held at Spirit of Faith Christian Center, which is the church I happen to attend. But I think it's a great thing that somebody who has nothing to do with our community is reaching out to me, because she's finally listened and saying, you know what, enough of this already. It's happening to everybody. It's a deaf issue as well. And the whole principle of the play is bound by love, gagged by fear. And it talks about why people stay in domestic violence situations. So I've seen the play before. I highly recommend it, and I think that you all will enjoy it. So look for that information. I'll post it soon. Thank you. Come on, let's go. Okay, bye.
So I want to. Yes. All right. So I want to acknowledge one of our own who was honored. So you guys give a huge shout out to. Oh, let me scroll down and see if anybody knows.
Make it bigger.
I'm gonna make it bigger.
I like I saw it.
That name. Here you go. Here you go. That name right there. Minorities and women in business, you guys probably see it all the time, especially those that work in the business sector, because they always are trying to partner. GSA is always trying to partner with minorities and women in business. So we want to give a kudos to Dr. Morrow for her work and what she does for the community. Also, on that same note, I'm not sure why I can't pull it up, but if you are not aware, Claudia Gordon was also acknowledged as one of the Route 100 this year, which is a really, really big deal. Our names on that list are like J and B, or do they have like a name, J and B, or are they just J and B, the world? As one of our DJs called Beyonce, God's only begotten daughter, Beyonce, I can't, and Claudia Gordon, right? So like, this list is really a wonderful list. They have it every year. Dr. Carol McCaskill was also noted last year in the top 100. So it's really nice to see the Root and Griot really acknowledging those that are making waves in the African American community. If you don't follow Griot and the Root, please just Google them. Their website is filled with what's going on in the African American community, wonderful news and events that are happening that impact those of us She surely does. Wait, she knows her number. She is number 54, and you should see if she's on Facebook. She's like number 54, number 56, 54, number 72. Yes, she identifies everybody by number, but that's a very big deal. Number 54. That is a good point. GRIO, Grio. And I think that's it. The time is now 8:55. Yes, absolutely. If you, for those of you who this is the first time here, this is Hillary Mayhew. NAOBI-DC always wants to tip our hats to Hillary. Hillary is responsible for our representative here for GURIEC, which is Gallaudet University Regional Interpreter Education Center.
Took me like a year ago.
I got it. They do a lot for us. They really partner with us and support us. So thank you so much, Hillary. And the floor is yours.
Thank you. So I just wanted to make sure that people might have seen 2 events we have happening soon. October 10, October 24. We host, we join with our Department of Interpretation and the Research Center and ourselves are hosting a series of 4 fantastic lectures this year. There are 2 in October, 1 in March, one in February, 1 in March. And the one October 10 is for educational people who are involved in education. It's about deaf interpreters' experiences. There, you can read the title. Deaf children's comprehension of direct interpreted education. Should be fabulous. And then October 24, we have our very own Dr. Keith Cable, who will be presenting about some really interesting research related with ASL history, things I never knew. So I encourage you all to sign up. The registration is open now on our website.
Go back up.
Well, that one will almost. No, I just said that. Sorry. It's open that full.
Are you offering CEUs?
Yes.
Yeah, if you come here at Gallaudet, so we'll host the event here. There'll be lectures at Gallaudet. If you come here, we provide CEUs. We don't provide CEUs if you're watching online, but you can. It's this live stream, so you can watch it anytime and where. But PCRID is offering CEUs for that if you're watching from home. You can do a PINRA, PINRA, with them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other announcements from the floor?
Too quick. I have papers for people to sign if you are here. If you're here, please sign it. If you have not yet, where are the papers? They should be floating around.
Don't sign if you're not here, okay?
Yeah, if you're not here, please don't sign. And if you have seen this, I worked really, really hard on this. So there are 2, I want to collect information this is for anyone, even if you're not a member. If you are physically here in this room, we really, really want you to join our database. We have a lot of mailing lists out there, and I'm trying to bring everything into one list, one place, so members, non-members, everyone will be in one place so we can keep track of who's getting what information. If you've got a QR reader, if you know what a QR reader is, if you know what a QR code is, you should be using this part. Super fancy dancy. I worked really hard to make it like, ooh, exciting. And if you have no idea what all that business is, I've got a really easy URL for you down here. tinyurl.com/NAOBI-DC form. Okay. Some of you might have gotten an email, and I think that link may or may not have been the correct one. So this is the new one. I made it easy. It's permanent forever. It will always be this. So if you want to be fancy, you're going to that one with your cell phone and fill in the form. But this one works too. So please, please, please do one of those tonight on your way home, unless you're driving, and then wait until you get home, or maybe before you get in the car. Something. Just please fill this out. Thank you.
Okay, one more announcement before we end. Is he hiding? Who's Dorothy? Oh, so tomorrow, from 12 to 3 is DCA BDA's meeting. And everybody familiar with DCA BDA? If you're not, you can go ahead and raise your hand and we'll tell you what DCA BDA is. Oh, see? He needs to pick his head in here. So DCA, I know. So DCA BDA is the DC area of Black Deaf Advocates. So they are a wonderful organization of the Black Deaf community right here in the DC metropolitan area. I believe they meet bi-monthly as well, twice a month. I mean, every other month. I hate bi-monthly. If Danita says it's confusing, it's confusing. For a word, I'm like, oh, is it not? Yeah. Anyway, they meet every other month, and they usually meet on Saturday from 12 to 3. Their meetings are open. If you're not a member, you can become a supporting member of DCA BDA. Dorian Fletcher is in the back, but he was not prepared to speak today. But I wanted to make sure that you guys know that their meeting is taking place. It's a great time to go and meet some members of the Black Deaf community in the area, and just say hi and get your face out there and get involved, even with what they're doing in their cause. So that's 12 to 3, Sept 10:10. And hope you guys can attend. It is now 9 o'clock.
And if anybody wants to join tonight, if anybody's here is not a member and wants to join tonight,
See Shay.
Shay has membership forms.
Yes.
And if you need to join with a credit card, we can do that.
Absolutely. So all of the forms that we've already addressed is here, membership, National Federal Credit Union, buy a book. Everybody should leave here with a book, please. And that's it. Can I get a motion from the floor to close the meeting?
I moved them to close.
The interpreter has moved that we close the meeting.
I move that we let the interpreter close the meeting.
Oh my gosh.
Who's second?
The woman behind the.
What's your name?
ORAH.
Your last name?
Little John.
Little John? Okay, thank you. Okay.
All in favor? Wonderful. Meeting
I need to
is
sign
adjourned.
that.
Please buy a book, please socialize, please meet somebody who you don't know.
Oh, it's around.
Is there a pen?